Hi everyone, Jessica Paquette, joined here with trainer John Kirby, a third-generation horseman. Now, John, how old are you and how long have you been training horses?
I just turned 27 last week, and I've been training horses. I got my trainer's license when I was 18 and really kind of started my full year when I was 19. So 8 years now, I guess.
So tell me a little bit about the way you grew up on a farm, Dover, Massachusetts. Your grandfather and your father both trained and bred racehorses.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a unique upbringing, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. I got a lot of experience with the horses, and besides that, a lot of life experience as well. But I mean, it was great growing up on the farm and seeing the babies being born every year and watching them grow and develop from foals to weanlings to yearlings to breaking them at our farm. We had a little half-mile track, and then eventually seeing them go on to the races. Very rewarding.
Now, what are some lessons that your grandfather taught you about horses?
My grandfather was full of lessons. He used to like to say, keep yourself in good company and your horses in bad company, which, definitely makes life a lot easier. But, between him and my dad, they just really taught me, the basics of horsemanship and that the horse always comes first. And my grandfather's big thing was any of the horses that we bred, when they were done racing, they always came back to the farm. They lived out to their old age at the farm. And, that was really before anybody was doing that. He always did the right thing by the horse.
And what did your dad teach you? What are the biggest lessons that you've taken from him? And I know he still helps you out around the barn occasionally.
Oh, definitely. My dad, he's taught me pretty much everything I know about the racetrack and about the breeding aspect of things. And, he definitely has good insights. He's great with young horses, legs, anything like that. I'm always picking his brain for advice.
Now, looking back at some of the horses your family has bred or raced over the years, who is the best horse and who's your favorite horse?
The best horses were probably before my time. African Queen was a Massachusetts bred that my grandfather, bred and raised. She won a couple of open stakes at Belmont back in the 70s. And then her son, African Prince, who was actually an orphan foal, he was undefeated until he clipped heels and had an accident on the track. But he was definitely something special.
And who's your own favorite that you got to work with as you were either growing up or training on your own?
Well, my first horse was a filly named Sundance Shamrock, and she wasn't a world beater, but I liked her and I got to name her. I watched her, be born and grow up, so she always have a soft spot for her. She was a cheaper horse on the track, but definitely a cool filly.
Now, as you've come into your own as a trainer, what are some lessons that the horses have taught you?
Just listen to them. I mean, they can't talk, but I'm here enough. I'm here pretty much all day. So I just watch any little distinction. I don't have a ton of horses right now, so each horse, if something's different from one day to the next, I'm gonna pick up on it and just listen to them and do right by them, and they'll take care of you.
Well, we're still in the early stages of your training career. Where do you hope to be in the next 10 years, the next 20 years?
The next 10 years, seems like a long way away, but, I'd love to, make my way to a bigger circuit eventually. I love New York. We've had success there. We've had success in Kentucky. So, I just want to keep improving my stock and eventually, just get to the bigger stages. We've shown we're more than capable. Our horses have won at Belmont, Saratoga, Churchill, so just need the right opportunities to get there.
And is there any big race? What's your dream race to win?
My dream race to win, I'd love to win a Breeders' Cup in the U.S., and outside of the U.S., I'd love to win either a race in Dubai or Saudi.
And going where the money is, clearly.
Yeah, definitely. The purses over there are insane, so, that would definitely help progress my career a little quicker.
Absolutely. Well, we are rooting for you wherever you wind up. I'm Jessica Paquette. This is John Kirby.